Hello everyone and welcome to the Practical English brand. Today our topic is extremely important because it is related to business English. So to the students, I want you to pay close attention to my explanation if you want to be able to write this kind of paragraph at the end of the explanation. And to the audience on the YouTube channel, please stop the video right here and find a piece of paper and a pen and follow us if you want to be able to write a persuasive paragraph by the end of the explanation. So what is a persuasive paragraph, first of all? You are trying to persuade the readers to your point of view. And that's why it could be a great tool for business writing. The reason I say it's very important because look at these topics over here. If you want to be able to work for the marketing section of a big business, you must be able to write a persuasive paragraph. Because you can write the kind of articles for that business through which you can convince the people to buy their products, for example. Cover letter. When you send your resume, your CV to a company in order to hire you, you need a cover letter. And again, you're trying to convince them to hire you for that position. Tourism. For example, you take the TOEFL IBT exam and you become lucky to get the required score for the Fulbright scholarship. You go abroad, you go to the United States of America, and you're trying to convince the people over there to come to your country as tourists. So you can use a persuasive paragraph. Personal statement. When you want to apply to a scholarship, after getting the required score on TOEFL IBT exam, when you apply for Fulbright scholarship, they ask you to write your personal statement. So again, when you write your personal statement, you are trying to convince them to give you that scholarship. So you bring the reasons why they should give you the scholarship. Okay? So you need this kind of paragraph, this kind of writing for your personal statement. And finally, proposal writing. You have already heard what proposal writing is, right? You work for a company, you want to get a project. So again, you are trying to convince them why they should give you that project. Understood? So now you know the importance of this kind of paragraph, don't you? You do, right? Okay. So I'll give you a short explanation, and I want you to pay close attention to the explanation. A paragraph has three important parts. And if you learn how to develop these three important parts, it'll become easier for you to write any type of paragraph. So the topic sentence, the body, and the conclusion. Three major parts. The main idea, which is stated in the topic sentence, and then the body of the paragraph, and then the conclusion. So I'm going to explain how you can write this kind of paragraph, what you should bring in the topic sentence, what in the body, and what in the conclusion. So in the topic sentence of this type of paragraph, you need to mention the number of reasons that you bring in the body of the paragraph. For example, for these three reasons, you should use Amazon for online shopping. You are trying to convince, shoppers to buy, to shop through Amazon if they want to do online shopping. Okay? So then in the body of the paragraph, you mention those three reasons. Okay? I strongly recommend that you should join Kardan University in Afghanistan for these three reasons, or for these two reasons. Okay? So now you want to convince the readers to join that university. And then in the body of the paragraph, you mention those reasons. I'm going to explain this as well, how you can mention those reasons there in the body. And obviously, after we're done with the explanation, I'm going to be writing a paragraph for you. And then you will see all of these points will be implemented there, okay? For example, There are three reasons that I am a good candidate for this position if you want to write your cover letter. Okay? There are three reasons that my country needs me to get higher education in the United States of America and come back and serve, my people. And then you mention those reasons in the body. Okay, you should spend your vacation in Bamiyan province for these three reasons. If you want to encourage people to come as tourists to your country or to the province that you want them to go, okay? Two, okay? So you mentioned the number of those reasons. Then you move to the body of the paragraph. You need some transitional words and phrases. What kind of transitional words and phrases you need for this type of paragraph? First of all, and then you bring the sentence, okay? And of course, in your sentence, you mention a reason. Second, okay, and then you bring a sentence, and then you mention the second reason. But after each reason, you need to bring some examples, 2 or 3 examples, in order to support the reason. So now the reasons are here in the body of your paragraph to support the main idea in the topic sentence. And the examples are there in the body of the paragraph in order to support those reasons. So the reasons become your major points, and the examples become your minor points. Because in each composition, in the body of each composition, it could be an essay, an article, or paragraph. There are major points to be developed, and there are minor points. So the details and examples are called minor points, and in this type of paragraph, for example, these reasons are called major points. Understood? Okay, so now, you may also say, when you're trying to mention the reasons, okay, the first reason is that. The first reason is that, and then you mention whatever the reason is, okay? The second reason is that, and then you mention whatever the reason is. But keep in mind that after each reason, you bring 2 or 3 examples, okay? So, and then you will see, after we write the paragraph, you will see that practically how it works, okay? So after you are done with writing the body of the paragraph, then the final step is to write a great conclusion for your paragraph. In the conclusion of your paragraph, you may use these transitional phrases and words, okay? Indeed, okay? For these 3 reasons or for these reasons, it's a good idea to do online shopping through Amazon, for example. Or to sum up, it is a great idea to visit Switzerland during your vacation for the above 3 reasons, or for the above 2 reasons, or whatever the reasons, whatever the number is over here that you have mentioned in the body over here. Or, for example, because of these reasons, you should join that university. Because of these reasons, you should visit that place, for example, as a tourist, okay? So this is how it works. Now, there could be hundreds and thousands of topics, okay? Now just look at these words. Look at these topics. You want to work for a big company. You could be a blogger. Like, you work with a big business and you write article for them, for their marketing section on Google, okay? So you can use this kind of paragraph, okay? So you're trying to encourage people to buy their products. Or, for example, cover letter. So again, you want to apply for a kind of position. You want to apply to a company, and then you need a cover letter. So you're trying to convince them to give you the job. And tourism, as I said before, let's say you work for a traveling agency, or you work for a kind of company which encourages people from all over the world to come and visit, that territory or that place or that country, okay? So you can work for that kind of company. You can write articles for them, okay? And personal statement, again, as I mentioned, but I'm trying to repeatedly mention this because it's very important to know. So personal statement, you want to get Fulbright scholarship, or there could be any other kind of scholarship. So you need to convince them to give you the scholarship, okay? The reason a lot of people, a lot of students, I would say, this is my personal experience in our country, in Afghanistan, One of the major reasons that a lot of students fail to get the Fulbright scholarship, they get a high score on the TOEFL IBT exam, but when they ask them to write their personal statement, they go to Google and they copy and paste, other people's compositions. And when they take them, of course, those people know, when you talk to them, when you have oral interview with them, so they see the difference between your written English and your spoken English. They know that it's not your composition, okay? So now it's very important to learn how to write your personal statement. Otherwise, you cannot get a good scholarship, such as Fulbright, or there could be any other scholarships as well. And finally, proposal writing. So think about it. You work for the marketing section of a big company, and you are trying to find projects for the company. So you should be able to write proposals, right? Or proposal writing is something valuable everywhere in the world. So if you learn how to write this kind of paragraph, you will become good at all of these kind of compositions, okay? So that's all. And now you will see how I write a paragraph for you. And I want you to pay close attention once again over here. Okay, all of these points will be implemented in the paragraph that I'm supposed to be writing for you, okay? I'm going to be trying to convince my readers to join Untitled English Language Academy, okay? Or you can give me a topic, I don't care. I can write any kind of paragraph for you. For example, I can write a paragraph for Etisalat company, for Roshan, for Azizi Bank. I can write a paragraph for example, a candidate for Dr. Abdullah or Ashraf Ghani. I'm trying to convince the people of Afghanistan to vote for them in the coming election, okay? So, well, there could be thousands of topics. It's really up to you. You just learn how to write this kind of paragraph. Understood? Okay, is everything clear? Is everything clear? So now we're going to start this process. Okay, now I'm going to be writing a paragraph and you will be writing a paragraph. You choose your own topic, okay? So either you can write your topic about a business, whatever the business is, you are trying to convince people to buy their products, okay? Or about a cover letter, like you are trying to convince the company to give you the job, okay? So you just choose a topic. Or maybe tourism, let's imagine that you are a student abroad, somewhere in the United States of America, in UK, in Canada, somewhere, right? And you are trying to convince your classmates, you're trying to convince those people to come to your country as tourists. So it's really up to you. Or for example, let's say you work for a company, you're trying to convince an NGO to give you the project, okay? So choose your topic, you will be writing your paragraph, and I'm going to be writing my paragraph, just following these rules, okay? Pretty easy, okay? So somebody please, make sure that everybody has one paper. So here we go. I just wrote this paragraph within a few minutes. I could easily use the LCD, but I'm not interested in preparing each and everything ahead of time, like before the class, because I want to be practical and I want to train my students in a very practical manner. Otherwise, if they are not trained in a practical way, they won't be able to deal with the TOEFL IBT exam, because there you have specific time for writing 2 academic essays. So think about it. Within 20 minutes, writing an essay which includes 4 to 5 paragraphs. How can that be possible for you if you are not able to write a paragraph within a few minutes, right? So therefore, I'm sorry for my handwriting. It's not like perfect one, but the main point is the concept over here, okay? I told you I could use the LCD. I could bring a written, paragraph, and I could show it over there. But I just wanted to do something practical. So let me read this paragraph for you. Untitled is a good academy. So as I said before in the explanation, that this kind of paragraph could be a good tool for business, okay? So it's a kind of business. I'm kind of advertising Untitled English Language Academy, okay? Listen to the paragraph. There are 3 reasons that you should join Untitled for learning English. First of all, it has a practical method of teaching. For example, the teachers at Untitled encourage their students to have partnership so as to practice their English not only inside the classroom but also outside. The second reason is that the teachers of Atarut are very strong and talented. For instance, if someone would like to be hired as a teacher at Atarut, they will have to go through a professional process of hiring. The third reason I would like to mention is that the system of Atarut, which is called a lingua, I'm going to add some words, a lingua advanced interactive system. So a lingua is compiled by both Afghan and American teachers. Of course, Afghan teachers with the educational background from the United States of America. The entire system, for example, trains you how to deal with the TOEFL IBT exam. Because of these reasons, I encourage everyone to join Atarut, the American English Academy, for learning and improving their English skills. Now let's see whether the points that I already explained to you have been implemented here or not. Okay? Number one, the topic sentence. In the explanation, I told you that you need to bring the number of reasons. Okay, well, it's up to you. You may have a lot of information about something. You bring like 5 or 6 or 7 reasons or many reasons. Okay? So there are 3 reasons that you should join Atarut for learning English. So now I'm trying to convince the readers, to my point of view, that Atarut is a great place for learning and improving your English. So I mentioned the number of reasons, but you may say there are many reasons that you should visit Switzerland. There are many reasons that you should buy products from Alibaba company, for example, okay? There are many reasons that you should stop using PUBG game. Okay, and then you can bring the reasons, right? So the ones who use PUBG are laughing, right? Okay. So I told you, you are not restricted. This is just a kind of paragraph, of course, you know, I try hard, I use my energy, so I'm advertising my own business, right? Okay, through this paragraph. But it's up to you. I told you, you can write this kind of paragraph about different topics. Okay, so now, that's the topic sentence, the main idea. Now I told you that you need some kind of transitional signals, first of all, or the first reason is, or the second reason is. So let's see that. So it says, first of all, look, that's your transitional signal. Okay, and after this transitional signal, you need to bring that reason, the first reason. It has a practical method of teaching. So it has a practical method of teaching. This is your major point, or this is your reason. And you are trying to convince your readers, okay, because of, you know, these reasons, to join Atarut, okay? So that's why we say it's persuasive paragraph. You're trying to persuade, to convince the readers to your point of view. According to your point of view, this is a good place for learning English, and now you're trying to convince your readers to do so, okay? So, and after that, for example, the teachers at Atarut encourage, now, look, you need to bring some examples in order to support your reason. So the first reason is the practical methodology, right? Okay, so if it is a practical methodology, what's going on there? Okay, so now the sentence which comes after that, for example, the teachers at Atarut encourage their students to have partnership so as to practice their English not only inside the classroom, but also outside. I could mention some more reasons over here, but because of the lack of space, I didn't do that, right? But I just brought one example over here, right? So now, if students have partnership and they practice their English inside and outside the classroom, of course they can improve their speaking skills quickly. Okay, so this example supports the major point that it has a practical methodology. I could bring 1 or 2 more examples as well, okay? But, okay, just one example. And then it says the second reason is that there's see here, first of all, and then the sentence, which includes the reason. But a different way is used over here. A different, you know, kind of structure is used over here. Like the second reason is that, and then you bring the sentence, okay? The teachers of Atarut are very strong and talented. Of course, I mean, this reason supports the main idea in the topic sentence that Atarut is a good place to join, okay? So if teachers are strong and talented, okay, so obviously it convinces you to join that English Academy. Are you getting the point? Okay. So now, and then there is another example. For instance, if someone would like to be hired as a teacher at Ataro, they will have to go through a professional process of hiring. Okay? So now, this example and the details which come inside this sentence supports this major point. The second reason the teachers of Ataro are, of course, if someone is not strong and talented, they cannot go through the hiring process, a professional hiring process. They either fail the written exam or the interview or the demo class. Okay? So this example supports this major point, okay? This reason that the teachers are strong and talented. And the teachers are strong and talented. This reason supports the main idea in the topic sentence that there are 3 reasons you should join Ataro. Why you should join Ataro? Because the teachers are strong and talented over there, right? Because the example supports the reason, and the reason supports the main idea in the topic sentence. And then there's the third reason. Let me find it, okay? Yeah, the third reason over here. The third reason I would like to mention is that the system of Ataro, okay? The system of Ataro is called a lingua, which is called a lingua, is compiled by both Afghan and American teachers. Of course, this reason also supports the main idea that you should join Ataro. Why? Because the system of Ataro is compiled by both American and Afghan teachers, okay? And obviously, if it is compiled by American and Afghan teachers, it should be a strong system, right? So now there should be an example. The entire system, for example, trains you how to deal with the TOEFL IBT exam. Now, this example supports, okay, the reason that it is made by both Afghan American teachers, okay, and the reason supports the main idea in the topic sentence that you should join Ataro because of these reasons, okay? And finally, there's the conclusion. Because of these reasons, I encourage everyone to join Ataro. Again, persuading my readers to my point of view, encouraging my readers to join Ataro, English Language Academy, okay? So it was about Ataro. Trust me, there are thousands of topics, okay? The thousands of topics. I don't want to go into details, but if you learn how to write this kind of paragraph, and if you practice this, and if you work on it, it will make you a good writer. You can work with a big business. You can write articles for a big business, for the marketing section of a business. You can write good proposals, okay? You can write good, for example, personal statements, even for some lazy students, okay? The ones who are not able to write the personal statement by themselves, so they may pay you so that you can write, okay? And work on this, and I promise you that you can work for a big company online. Just go to Google and search, okay? I want to work as a blogger, or I want to work as a writer for business, okay? Because I'm good at writing academic compositions, or I'm good at writing articles. But first, you must have this ability. You should gain this ability. Then you can do it, right? So, yeah, trust me. The word impossible itself says I'm possible. In Amiana, and I mean in slang, okay? I'm possible, okay? Instead of impossible, I'm possible. So everything is possible if you try. Your dreams could become true if you try, if you work hard, if you practice. This much is enough. Have a great time. Bye-bye.